Howdy friends, Craig here. We got some goodies in from Redgrass Games. I've been a big fan of their stuff for a while. They reached out and wanted to send me some stuff so I can review it and then give it to you guys and gals. So, anybody who's seen my painting live streams knows what a big fan I am of the Everlasting Wet Palette of theirs. And they've got a really nice starter pack out now. This is... got the entire wet palette and everything you need in it. So you can see here that it's got, we've got the wet palette, the paper, the strap band, as well as the foam pad. Now, every time the Redgrass people or anybody posts about this Everlasting Wet Palette, you're guaranteed to have a comment from somebody going, "Oh, I just use my Tupperware," or, you know, I just use a sponge. Look, you can definitely use that and it works. If it works for you, that's great. And if using parchment paper or wax paper or whatever works for you, that's great. I'm telling you, as somebody who does a lot of painting, that the one-time investment of this was well worth it. Now, I don't want to open this up because we're going to be giving this away here at the end of the video, but let's take a look here. So here is my wet palette. And I've got the XL, so you can see the XL a little bit bigger than this one. And I don't have the strap on it, but it has a strap to seal it. And here I've got the paper on. It's got a little wrinkle to it. But you've got your pad. And here's a hot tip for you, guys and gals. See the coins that I've got in there? That helps with mold. So if you put pennies or coins at the bottom of it, it'll help prevent mold from coming in there so you don't get that smelly wet palette. But here's the hydration paper here, which again, if you're using a sponge and a piece of Tupperware and, you know, and baking paper and it works for you, that's great. You don't have to buy this. I'm telling you, I love it and it's well worth it. So here's the sponge. Here's the paper itself. The paint stays alive for a long time. It automatically dilutes the paint for you. Anybody who's not using a wet palette, even if you don't use the one from Redgrass, highly recommend it. I love mine and can't imagine not having it, to be perfectly honest with you, let alone not having a wet palette. But Redgrass did this originally as a Kickstarter. I got in on it as a Kickstarter. And, oh, good for you for getting a wet palette, man. Good for you. So, big fan of this set, and if you're going to kind of get started, like I said, this starter set is really nice. We'll be giving, I'll talk about at the end of the video how we'll be giving this away. Next thing they sent me, and this is probably the one that's going to be the hardest for me to give up, because quite frankly, these brushes here, I've used all kinds of different brushes, and Windsors, their watercolor Series 7s were the best. I've noticed over the last year and a half, maybe even 2 years now, that the consistency of the quality of their brushes has gone down. So I migrated after that. I started using Artist Opus brushes, which are great brushes. I still use them. I love them. Then I got my hands on these brushes, and I have to tell you that dollar for dollar, I don't know if you can beat these brushes. They're really just excellent brushes. The whole set here, I've got all the different sizes. I've got 4 of them. I have been using the same 2 brushes. So I have been using the number 2 brush and the 2-0 brush. I've been using those 2 brushes for, I don't know, easily 8 months. And they're the best brushes out there. These and Artist Opus are the best brushes out here. Redgrasses are a little bit cheaper, but quality-wise, there really isn't much of a difference. So I will be giving away, as I said, I'll give away 3 of these at the end of this video, and I'll explain to you how you can win that. But if you don't win these, go to redgrassgames.com and make sure you check them out. These brushes are phenomenal. And if you take care of them, they'll last you for a really long time. Also, I forgot to mention, this is a really nice add-on to the wet palette. It has magnets. Let me show you here. See the little magnets here? They attach to the wet palette, and they give you places for your washes and stuff. I'll include that in the starter pack, of course. Really stupid little thing that's really nice and convenient. But other thing I'll be giving away are 2 of these guys. So what these are really clever paint handles. I've been using them. I use two different paint handles. One is a really nice wooden one that I have, but the wooden one isn't great for large bases. This is great for any base, and this is their new one. So let me just quickly, I'm going to give away two of these, but I'm going to open one of them. So one of you is going to win an opened one, so congratulations. Because I really want to show you how this works. Their new one has the ability to swap out the caps. So the caps are swappable. See this? And you can put on other caps, which means I could have, with one of these, I could have 3 miniatures ready, and I can just pop them out and swap them, which is really, really nice. But the way it works is you take this putty. So it comes with this putty here, right? We take the putty, we put it on there. Take a mini. And you put it on there, and there you've got your nice paint handle. Now, really stupid, but this ability here, the ability to just rotate as you paint with your thumb, I know it sounds silly, but it makes a huge difference. It makes painting a lot easier. A lot easier. So I'm a fan of these handles, and probably the biggest thing that's nice about these handles is they are universal. All you need is the putty. You can see everything stays on there nicely, and makes painting really easy. I gotta paint with my left hand. There's my right hand. So we'll be giving away 2 of those as well. So big fan of those, and I'll throw in. They sent me these handles, so I'll throw in the handles as well, so you have it on. Like I said, one of you gets one that's already opened. Yay! All right, so that's what, 4 things now that I'm giving away. So 2 handles, a set of brushes, the palette, wet palette itself. Let's see what else we've got. You know what? I'm going to throw this in with the palette too. This is a really nice book that they sent me, and it's written by the one and only Angel. You probably have heard of him. He's kind of a somewhat well-known artist. But this is a nice book. Gives all kinds of techniques. And it's made for Redgrass using their palette. So it's very specific to their palette, which is nice. But you see, it's got all your basic paint techniques. Handling. I mean, this is really great for beginners. And kind of covers some base dilutions and different theories. Even gets into stuff that I cover in my paint videos when you guys are watching my live stream for paints, and that's color theory and how the color wheel works. But really nice little book, and we'll put that as part of the palette, so that'll be kind of the big prize here. All right, I think that's everything. So from a contest standpoint, we're looking at 2 handles, so that's 2 winners there, and then you guys get the caps there. The person with the open one, I'll give you 2 extra caps. How does that sound to make up for you getting the opened one? And then that's 3 because we'll do the set of brushes. And then we'll also do the Everlasting Wet Palette with the book. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3. That's 4 things. It's Christmas Eve right now, so it's December 24th, 2020. Soon 2020 will be done. Like everything's going to change at 2020. But this contest will run until, let's say, the end of February or end of January. So at the end of January 2021, I am going to pull down all of the subscribers to my YouTube page. So if you are watching this on Twitch, go over to YouTube and find Third Floor Wars. If you're already watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'm going to randomly pick 1, 2, 3, 4 winners from my subscribers on the last day of January, and we'll be giving those away. For those of you that I won't talk to or won't see, I appreciate you sticking around to the end. Take care. Don't forget,